So, inspired by Michael Jonathan of Wood Songs fame, posted on social media the other day about the story behind the song Blackbird by the Beatles, 1970, I believe, if I recall correctly. Paul McCartney wrote and performed by himself Blackbird, which is, in short, whoops, moment to arise. So I just want to show you the opening of that as a salute to everything that it stood for, and to Paul McCartney, whose birthday is today. As I tape this, I'm taping this on Thursday, and today is Paul McCartney's birthday. So salute to Paul and to and the composition of the song and its relevance to the world today, and of course to Michael for sharing that wonderful story about the meaning of the song. And so Michael inspired me to go ahead and make a public video on how to play this. So we're not going to do the deep dive today. We want to keep the video short. So I'm going to keep the trick over here a single pattern where he's actually playing a couple of different patterns, and they change over time. There's a running joke that Paul tells. How many people play Blackbird? And everybody cheers, and he says, "You're playing it wrong." And the joke there is that he plays it wrong. And by that I simply mean he's made slight alterations over the years in how he performs it. In fact, if you see the outtakes video that he did for the original recording, there are even slight technique and arrangement differences between those versions. And then, of course, by the time you roll up to 1976, when they recorded the live show that became the 1980 movie rock show, there's some slight differences there as well. So I'm going to show you just the opening there to get you started, and that'll carry you forward to the rest of it. The trick is going to be in this hand. We're going to, and I'll show you the difference between what we're going to do and what Paul actually does, is the thumb is going to be on string 5. Okay, remember we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So thumb is going to be on string 5. I'm going to use my second finger for string 2, and in between those playing together, we're going to play string 3 back and forth. So just do that with me. 2 and 5, or yeah, 2 and 5, and then with the first finger, string 3. That's going to be the primary trick for that. So in the very beginning of the song, he actually starts on string 6 with this, but then immediately jumps to 5, and it stays there, and it only goes back to this when he goes back to the first chord. So that's the trick. For full disclosure, Paul doesn't actually do that. You're playing it wrong. He actually uses the first finger as he's doing this, and then with the back of his finger catching on the nail, he catches string 3 there, which is to say sometimes he's catching just 3, and other times he's also catching 2. So he's being kind of loose about it. It's not a hyper precise thing. Now, I teach it this way, and I typically play it this way because I'm after a little greater degree of articulation on that, especially in imperfect performance environments. So that's how we want to approach it for now, and then later you can add just that single finger idea if you would like. So, first chord is going to be just string 6, fret number 3. And that's where he's catching the 6th string. This is the only chord he does that. And of course, he's playing it this way. I'm just so you can see that. And then it's just the first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. That's it. And then string 5 is played open. And then so you get the 3, and then the 1, and now string 5, fret 2, string 3. Or string 2, fret number 3, and playing that again. So, and I typically catch it this way. There's any number, there's not a right or wrong. There's whatever going to work for your fingers. I catch it there because I'm comfortable with the pinky and it's all sitting right there, but most people I know bring that first finger across. It does not matter. So your chords, just so you know, are a G, an A minor 7, and a G again. And then your last chord for the intro, you're going to jump up and be on, again, string 5, fret number 10, and string 2, of course, fret number 12. And then we're just going to do that same pattern just to keep it easy for now, instead of jumping to one of the other patterns. So that's what we're going to do. It's just going here, 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 and then jumps way up here, which is another G, by the way. It's a 2 chord. G, A minor 7, G, G. So, okay, that's alternating 3, 4, and 4, 4, by the way. And then it moves on to 4 for the rest of the song, except the turnaround, which has a 2-4 section. I think that's where it is. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Again, blackbird singing in the dead of night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And on all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Okay, so the rest of the song, we'll cover the rest of the song later. But if you were watching me do that, I'm playing it slightly differently in terms of the performance. The notes are all the same. Paul's doing this kind of thing. I just went here. There's some specific reasons I did it that way, which we can talk about later. But there you go. Happy birthday, Paul. And enjoy that. Have fun with it. If you have any questions, contact me. Information is in the description below. You can contact me or JD or Paulie, or you can visit our website, and we will help you out with it. Have a good one, and happy birthday, Paul. And thank you, Michael, for the inspiration.